Hi guys! So I am very excited to share something with you today. It's exciting to me. Hopefully a few of you will be excited by this. But if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that maybe last April or May I did a video on how I pack my decals. And it's been really popular in the groups, on Facebook, and on my page, and on the YouTube. And so I've kind of made a little change and I wanted to share it with you guys. So this is how I've been doing it. It's a little cello bag. And inside the cello bag you get your decal, and this is just Oracal 651 decal. It's got the AT65 on it. This blue backing is because it's white. The Oracal white 651 comes with a blue backing so that after you weed it you can see what you have left instead of a white backing. So the decal's in there. I give instructions. I give an alcohol wipe so they can prep the surface. And I give them a card. And this is just a plastic PVC card. They're meant for thermal printers. But I just stick a label on there with my information. It's got my email address, my Facebook page, and all that stuff. And they can use this so that when they get their decal, they have everything they need. There's their directions. They can clean the surface with that. They can burnish their decal. They can apply and then burnish again. And then if they wanted to keep the little card, they've got my information. Right? So easy peasy. But I've changed it up. These guys are gone. Been wanting to do this for a long time. I finally bit the bullet. Now I have my own custom printed cards. And no, I did not order these from anywhere. I printed them myself. I used Silhouette Studio to design. I had business edition, so I was able to save it as a high resolution JPEG. Just saved it as a 300 DPI. Gives me that nice crisp resolution. I can talk, I promise. And on the back, I have my instructions. So you could do something similar. You could make luggage tags. You could make name tags. You could make membership cards. You could make anything you wanted to enhance your business or to use as I am in place of that crummy looking card. I'm really excited. I've got a friend who wants me to make him some business cards with this too. So it could be something you use in your own business, or you could even offer it for other people. So I think this is really cool. I mean, it is a hard plastic card. So let's move over to the printer and I'm going to show you how I did it. Okay, so I'm not going to get into designing your cards or using the template and whatnot because it's going to depend on what program you're using, whether you're using Word or Pages or Photoshop or Illustrator. And so I just went onto the website that comes on the cards. So the cards come from Brainstorm ID, and they have a website, brainstormid.com/help, and I'll put that link in the comments where you can just upload your JPEGs and download a PDF that you can print from. And so that's what I did, and that's the easiest thing that we're going to do. And so I'm just going to load up my PDF, and you can see here it is. And then I am using a Mac, and I'm just using preview. I'm printing straight from the preview window. I'm going to go to print. You want to make sure that your settings are proper. I have a preset for these. I'm using Dish Tray J. Sorry, my printer's making a bunch of racket. It knows I'm getting ready to use it. You want to make sure that your scaling is set to 100%. You don't want it to scale up or down, or it'll print off on your cards wrong. The first time I printed, I forgot to check that, and I ended up with a goof up. I had a lot of goof ups as I was kind of getting everything right, but I did get it. I went through 4 cards trying to get it right, so that's not too bad. So then we want to set our media, make sure we're set to printable disc. We have Disk Tray J, and this is what makes this happen, is this tray. And so we're going to go back, you ready? I have this Canon printer, and then I bought the Disk Tray J. This printer has a slot down here for printing CDs, and it comes with a little tray to hold CDs, but you can buy this tray. I got it on Amazon. I'm going to put links to everything in the description, so click on the description for any of the links for any of the stuff you see here tonight. But this tray and these cards. So make sure that your hands are clean when you're working with these cards. If you have ink on them or paint on them or anything sticky, it will stick to these cards and it's not coming off. So you're going to load up your tray, even if you're printing one. And I recommend printing just one when you're testing it out, but you want 2 cards, 1 in each slot for balance. Okay? And then I'm going to click print. And it's going to kind of do its thing, and then it's going to prompt me. Okay, so it's prompted me to print, so I'm going to drop this little tray right here, and I'm going to insert my J tray. And it's going to load it up. Sometimes it kicks it out. There's like a sweet spot to where you have to put it to load it. And it kicks it out. So let's try again. Alright, looks like it's gonna do it. So you saw the first time it kicked it out, and that happens every once in a while. Just pull it out, stick it back in, and hit OK. So as it's printing, when it finishes, it's going to be completely dry to the touch. But I'm going to show you a trick, because if you get ink on your hands and then you go to flip them, you're going to get it on the other side, and that's not a good thing. And I'm going to drop links to all of this stuff in the description, so make sure you check out the description. I'll have links to everything you've seen. If there's something that I left out, let me know. But the printer, the tray, the cards, the bags, the alcohol wipes, all that stuff, I'll put all the links in the description. But it prints pretty quick. And it does 2 at a time. Again, you could print just one. You could have separate images on each one. So like if you were doing ID cards or luggage tags or something like that, and you wanted them different, you could do that. It doesn't have to be the same thing on both. And so here's our cards. And I don't know if you can see this on the video, but around the corners, because I have it set to do a bleed, it's a little shiny. So there's a little ink on there, and it's dry on the card, but it's not dry on the thing. And so you just have to be careful. And I did smudge it a little bit on that side. Pick it up, flip it over, and now we're going to print the other side. So again, get it ready, print, make sure that you're setting that scale. Even with my presets, it doesn't do the scale automatically. So it's going to ask me to and there we go. Prompts for the tray. Don't load the tray until it asks you to. Alright, and we're done. So again, you got to be careful because there is a little bit of ink bleed along the edges. So it's got a little hole in the bottom, and just stick your finger up there. And they are dry as soon as you pull them out. And then what I do is, this may not be recommended, I don't know, it hasn't been a problem for me. I grab my baby wipes and I just wipe down the tray. See all that? That's just from printing those 2 sides. I clean it each time. So maybe you want to use like an alcohol pad or just a paper towel or something like that. This doesn't seem to do any harm. But if you get that on your fingers, the next time you pick up a card, if you have it on your fingers, it's going to transfer to the card. And I'll show you, that doesn't come off. Okay, so now that you've seen it done, we'll talk real briefly about what it costs. Kind of did a breakdown for your initial investment with your printer, your J-tray, your cards. If you start out with 100 cards, your first round of 100 cards, it's kind of costing you like $1.15 add 5 cents for ink, which is generous. So it's $1.49 investment per pack with a profit of $3.51 per decal. It's pretty good. Once you've paid for the printer and the J-tray, you don't have to buy it again. Ink's pretty cheap. You know, so if you're getting 100 cards, it's 18 cents a card that you're spending afterwards to do this. So this is going to go way down, so like $1 less. So it's a 49-cent investment for vinyl, app tape, solo bag, card, and alcohol white, 50 cents. So you make $4.50 off of every one of those you sell. Definitely worth the investment for a great looking product. If you do sublimation, you could probably sublimate some cards. If you have a thermal printer, you could print cards. There's a lot of different ways to do this. Every time I make a video, people like to comment and tell me a totally different way to do it. And I always get that. I get that there's more than just the way I'm showing you. I just like to show you a way to do something. So if you have another way to do this, then absolutely. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Said I had a $115 investment. I'm pretty impressed. Very excited. But leave me a comment. Make sure you check the description for links to everything. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.